Right, we're off. So good afternoon. This is day 2 cameras. So I'm using both cameras today just to test out syncing. So a bit of an experiment for me. Red lights on, red lights on. So I'm recording in 6K red and ProRes on that one, which is a bit of a problem because it keeps going in and out of, keeps trying to focus. Thanks very much, guys. So, good afternoon. I tried to do this yesterday, but it drizzly and a half. So I was getting wet, and I didn't want my cameras to get wet because they're like 15 grand between the two of them, especially you. Now, focus again, I'm going to have to... So that's the whole point. Today is retry 2, and we're going to try and do 2 cams multi-sync and see how that goes on. I've got my R6 Mark II and Ninja 5, which is pretty good considering I bought it 5 years ago. Anyway, so how are you? This is apart from getting wet yesterday, I sat here and I had a complete brainiac. So, oh my God. And just as I started doing everything, somebody turned up. So all these people turned up to use the community centre. Oh, I've got butterflies everywhere. Butterflies, how beautiful. They're all chasing each other, playing. Oh, she must have knobbed him. Oh, go away, leave me alone. Anyway, so just had a message to go and pick Mrs. Bob up at 5 rather than 6, which is fine. So it is now Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. Bank Holiday Monday at 3:30. So I hope everyone's all right. I hope everything is okay with everybody. Mr. Angry has disappeared. No idea what he's doing now. If you've been following my videos, you'll understand that we have an angry man who has been trying to get us cancelled because he didn't like something. And he stamped his little feet. And the worst thing is nobody looked at him. He was getting upset, and everyone just went, nah, sod off. Anyway, there you go. So yes, our wonderful Mr. Angry. It's like Kenny Everett. It's when Kenny Everett's doing the Mr. Angry, and he's got a bra and suspenders on with his suit cut off at the back. Well, that's what he's like. So no one in the centre today. We've got Taekwondo on tonight, who don't take bank holidays off, so everything works like that. But hey, there you go. It is a absolute cracking day. It really is. Thoroughly love it today. We've got high whispery cloud. Could even be cirrus cloud. Cirrus cloud is 50,000 feet and it's just ice crystals. It's either that or yeah, I was going to say Alto Cumulus. Cumulus. Ah, cats arrived here. Yeah, this is Jasmine. Jasmine's coming now. Jasmine is the cat which the centre has adopted. She's rather a fat cat because we feed her, and I think she gets food from everywhere else. But anyway, hey, come here. I actually thought she was pregnant at one time, but there you go. Hey, oh, she's seen something. Seen something that she can eat. So yesterday, I went down to Salcome Regis. No, Salcome. No, not Salcome Regis. Salcome Regis, the other side of the hills. Salcome, about 60 mile away. I was supposed to be going Yeah, I was supposed to be going down for the Crab Festival, and it didn't turn out like that. What happened was, a couple of months ago, we got a request from East Devon Alive, and they're not a political group, they just have talks all around talking about this, that and the other, and they do all right, they're okay. I wouldn't say they're politically aligned to any particular party, maybe a bit liberal, but anyway, so they said, could they have Friday the 1st? And we said, yes, of course you can. And then they came back and said, no, it's not going to work for us. Can we have Sunday the 3rd of May? And we said, yeah, we can do that. But I didn't change the booking in the database. So when Mrs. Bob says, can we go down to the Crab Festival in Salcome on Sunday the 3rd? Yeah, looked on the diary. Yeah, no problems. We can do that. We couldn't. No, it was... No. So on Tuesday I got this mail saying, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Of course, then I panicked and suddenly found out that they had booked. So I then have to go to the missus and say, you've got a problem. So she went down on the train and then got picked up from the closest station. And then I then went down at 6 o'clock last night and got to the hotel and was met by, because Mrs. Bob's daughter runs the hotel, not the manager, she's like assistant manager. Hey, Jasmine, hey, come here. So she's like the assistant manager, and so we got reasonably good rates too. We still have to pay, of course, but fantastic. So I got there, large gin and tonic, sat there, and it was about 7:30, 7:45. So we said, let's go down and eat, and we went down to the kitchen, or down to the restaurant. And the restaurant said, yeah, good, hi everybody, and sit down there, and we'll get you a table in about 15 minutes. An hour went past, and we're saying, guys, we're still waiting, because now, to be honest with you, I can't eat if it's too late. I know you Americans like to eat massive amount of food. This is Jasmine. Say hello. This is Jasmine. So I know you Americans like to eat late, but I can't. I just can't do it. I can't digest the food. Seem to have a tail, and it's attached to it. Go on, off you go. So this, I can't eat after 8:30 at night. If I eat and I can't have, anything like potatoes, it just sits in my stomach and I can't sleep. So it's not nice. So I like to eat a little earlier. So 7:30, 7:45 would have been fine. 8:45, nah, can't do that. And then the restaurant manager decided to get arsey with us. We were guests. So Mrs. Bob says, you did say 15 minutes, that was an hour ago. No, I didn't. And she had it's like, come on, you can't treat people like this just because. And it turned out that the chef was having a hard time, and he was pacing people through, so we'd only take one table every 10 minutes or so to allow them to bring the food through. And of course, that meant that I didn't get anything to eat last night because it was too late. And it just terrible. The food in the harbour, the beach club, is fantastic. Oh, there's no way that anything you can say. It was just a chain of events last night which happened, and I didn't get anything to eat because they just wouldn't serve us. Come on, there's tables all. And when we went down to, there's a table there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. There's a table there. No, you can't have it. And it turned out, of course, that the chef was under a lot of pressure to serve and he couldn't do it, so that was the problem. So we had breakfast this morning and departed at 8:15 because Helen had to be at work for 9:30. And so we drove back this morning the 50 odd miles, and it was a beautiful drive. Now, I don't know if you know Salcome, on the lanes in Salcome, shall we say, but the major roads are like as wide as my car. Hey, what are you doing? Bloody cat trying to have a poo on my rucksack, or trying to eat it. Anyway, so there we are, we hit these little lanes, and of course you're driving down, then all of a sudden a van comes towards you, and they got these little passing places. So you've got a single track road with a passing place, and these passing places are, I wouldn't say, they're quite often, but they just won't back up. Oh no, I'm not backing up, why should I? I've got a Mercedes, I don't back up, you have to back up. I had this in Northolt. I used to live in northwest London. I went around the corner and there was a guy there, and he says, back up. And I said, no, hang on, there's a space behind you. I've got a Mercedes, I don't back up. And I said, I've got my own private jet, you back up. And then I just pulled my paper out and started reading it. And then he got all upset and backed up. I said, thank you. An Indian guy, he seems to think that they own Northolt. I think he did, actually. He's got a lot of houses. I know the guy. He's actually okay. Was you'll do as you're told, I'm rich. No. Anyway. So the cat's sitting in the garden looking at me. She's got beautiful green eyes, black cat. Well, brown and black, really. And it lives under one of the bushes in the corner of the centre. So because of that, we give her some food in the morning, but I think what she's doing is going to all the other houses and feed me. And that she's a bit porky now, aren't you? And so she gets a bit of food from us and then gets a bit of food from someone else, and then she sleeps under the bush. Look at me, I'm sleeping under the bush, I'm cold. But what she's really doing is sleeping in someone else's house. Anyway, that's what cats do. It's a beautiful day. You've got, as I say, high cirrus cloud. Ooh, I miss flying. Every time a light aircraft goes over, and I think, oh, that was me, I want to go flying. Yeah, I don't miss the cost of flying. I don't miss that 55 litres an hour at £2.50 a litre or whatever it is over here for aviation fuel. I don't miss the engine being rebuilt every 1,700 hours. I don't miss going in for an annual check and forking out 18,000 quid. No, I don't miss that. But I do miss flying. And I have thought about getting my licence back. All I've got to do is retake a test. I've already done that, but I think, to be honest with you, I'm going to have to do all the studying all over again. But if I go back, see, I've got an American licence as well. So if I go back to America, do something called a BFR, biannual flight review, and then I can come back to the UK and say, well, I've got an American licence, and I've got my instrument rating, so I've got an instrument rating, and I was doing my commercial training as well. But then we had a tornado coming through, yeah, something like that, a twister, and everything got cancelled. All the aircraft got tied down, taken into hangars, etc. So that's what happened. So we got, I didn't get a chance to finish it off. It was I really enjoyed my instrument training. But what they don't tell you is you've got to pay the examiner in cash. You can't give them a credit card. So I had to go down into Miami and find out where I could draw money out, and oh gosh. And then of course you've got to ring the bank beforehand and say, look, I'm in Miami and I'm going to draw some cash out of my card. And they go, yeah, okay. Of course, then when you put the card in, he goes, yep, you can do that. This is, I like this spot. Just behind me is where Luna's ashes are. And I come up here every day to say hello and pay my respects. She's a lovely girl. I do miss my dog. I do miss my Luna. There are certain things at night which I miss. I miss the taking her out at night. You know, you come in and you take my jeans off and put some slacks on or something, and then you think, right, I've got to take the night out. Don't have to take the dog out. It is difficult having to adjust. 14 years of my life, and over 14 years of my life she was with me, and she was coming up to 15, and every day it goes past I just think of her. It's, you know, it's when you've had something every day close to you for 14 years, it's a long time. Anyway, so it's bank holiday Monday. The cat has curled up on one of my rucksacks and having a little sleep now. Yeah, she's all curled up on my rucksack, having a little sleep, which she's going to have a rude awakening in about 5 minutes when I turn all this off and have to pack up. Ah, well. Anyway, I trust you're all well and you're happy. I had a drink last night. I don't normally drink. I had a couple of beers and a gin and tonic, which I also said. Absolutely stunning. Just to relax and sit. Everyone wants a sea view in these hotels, and we had a room at the back pointing up towards the cliffs, and the fog was coming down, the mist was coming down, and it was so beautiful. Just sitting out there late at night, completely dark, and everything was just beautiful. The scent in the air is amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to Salcome, there's, you know, the public transport's pretty dire, I've got to be honest with you, but if you get a chance to go to Salcome, please do. Go check out the Beach Club Hotel at the South Sands, the Harbour Beachclub Hotel, and you get fed. It was just that I didn't last night. I could have got fed if I wanted to wait, but I don't think I could have. I wouldn't have been able to sleep very well. I've never been able to do that. Even in the army, you know, you've got 5 minutes to get a plate of stew down at midnight. Ooh. Never mind. Well, the cat's going to get hooked off my rucksack. I'm going to pack everything up. We've got a not very busy week. Got tea dance on next Sunday, and then the week after that I'm off up to Sussex to play the piano up there, play the old organ, got a recital. And then, let's see, the week after that is the Blues and Jazz Festival, which I'm really looking forward to. So I bid you farewell. Before I go, my daughter, is that zooming in again? My daughter has a Yamaha 125, a lovely little thing. And somebody got into the secure parking and stole her display, you know, with all the rev counters and stuff on it. And they just unplugged it, unscrewed it and legged it. She came down in the morning and was heartbroken. Oh, my bike. You had to get another one. Oh well. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you soon. Bye now.